has reiterated his nation-first stance, saying parties should focus on building a better India. He noted that he was criticized for supporting the government and the armed forces during the aftermath of Operation Sindoor, saying there should be no doubt that it's always nation first.
Which is your first loyalty? To my mind, the nation comes first. Parties are a means of making the nation better. So to my mind, whichever party you belong to, the objective of that party is to create a better India in its own way. Now, parties have every right to disagree about the best way of doing that, the best way of making a better India. You're following the news. A lot of people have been very critical of me because of the stand I've taken supporting our armed forces and our government and what happened recently in our country and on our borders. But I will stand my ground because I believe this is the right thing for the country. And when I speak of India, I speak for all Indians, not just those who may like my party.
So this was the stand of Shashi Tharoor, saying there is no doubt that nation should come first. This comes amid a lot of criticism that he has had to face within the Congress party as well. Remember, several leaders from within the Congress also claimed that Shashi Tharoor was behaving as a BJP spokesperson merely because he was a part of the Operation Sindoor delegation. He was part of the delegation that went to various countries across the globe with India's message. He has faced a lot of criticism within his party for that. And now Shashi Tharoor has again spoken up with a very, very clear message to the Congress leaders, to his critics, saying that party is only a means to make the nation better, and it is always nation that comes first. My colleague Sabyasachi is joining us on the broadcast with the details. Sabyasachi, the statement that has been made by Shashi Tharoor, he has often, of course, spoken of the critics, but this statement seems to be a very, very sharp response and a clear message to the Congress.
Well, that's right, Pratibha. Shashi Tharoor has clearly stated that whatever may be the criticism that is coming on his own, on his way from his own party, but despite that, he would continue to work for the country. He would continue to work for the national interest, and that is what Mr. Shashi Tharoor has pointed. Now, Mr. Shashi Tharoor says that political parties' job is to make India better. Now, the political parties may have their differences. There may be different political values of each political party, but when it comes to the national interest, every single party should stand with the country, should support the armed forces, should support the central government, and that is what Mr. Shashi Tharoor has been doing. And in fact, he also pointed out that he would continue to do so, and that is his stand, and he would not change his stand in the future course as well, despite the continuous criticism that has been coming from his own political party time and again, where several of the leaders from within the Congress party have questioned the intent and credibility of Mr. Shashi Tharoor. And what is surprising to see that once Mr. Shashi Tharoor has said on record that yes, there are differences within the Congress party, within the High Command and me, but he wants time from the High Command to discuss certain issues. But till now, we have seen that no such time has been given to Mr. Shashi Tharoor yet from the party High Command, though he continues to be a member of the CWC in the Congress party. But clearly is Mr. Shashi Tharoor giving a clear message to all the critics from within the Congress party who has been questioning his loyalty to the Congress party, stating that he has turned into a super spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party. He is speaking against the lines of the Congress party and speaking on the lines of the Bharatiya Janata Party. But what is important to note is that Shashi Tharoor here has not taken any support of the Congress or the BJP, but he has said that when time comes, he would stand with the country, he would work for the national interest, and he would continue to support our armed forces, and this is his stand, and he would continue to do so.
Okay, all right. Let's listen into what Shashi Tharoor has said. Clearly, he seemed to be giving a message to the Congress leaders. Listen in.
Which is your first loyalty? To my mind, the nation comes first. Parties are a means of making the nation better. So to my mind, whichever party you belong to, The objective of that party is to create a better India in its own way. Now, parties have every right to disagree about the best way of doing that, the best way of making a better India. So following the news, a lot of people have been very critical of me because of the stand I've taken supporting our armed forces and our government and what happened recently in our country and on our borders. But I will stand my ground because I believe this is the right thing for the country. And when I speak of India, I speak for all Indians, not just those who may like my party.
Mr. Tom Vadakkan of the BJP on the broadcast with us. Mr. Vadakkan, what would you say to what Shashi Tharoor has to say? He said that there's no doubt it should always be nation first.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it. I think this is not a standalone statement. Shashi Tharoor ji has said what the country believes. And here the Congress Party's LOP, who's on bail for defaming the Indian Army. He speaks the same language as Pakistan does and other countries do. So, I mean, one really questions where where they stand. Because after all, if head of the state of some country, you say US, says something and there's no clarity on it, 4-5 jets were shot down. Which country? Doesn't mention that. So be what it may, what Donald Trump has said. But I think we believe in our government. We believe in our defense ministry, the MEA, and they have said the thing all the time.
Okay.
And if still the Congress Party is not ready to accept it, there's something wrong with the Congress Party. Shashi Tharoor ji is absolutely right when he states nation comes first. And I think this is what 80% of congressmen believe, but they will not air these views scared of the so-called high command.
Okay, all right. Mr. Vadakkan, thank you for joining us on the broadcast. In fact, the BJP has also spoken about how the Congress Party is only towing the line of the US president. So let's talk about